Most people mistake themselves for the voice that is constantly speaking within the mind, without realizing that there is a profound difference between consciousness and the activities of the mind. We live in a three-dimensional physical reality, which is a holographic projection of the mind. The mind itself operates from the fourth dimension, often referred to as the mental plane, but what we truly are exists beyond all of this. We are multidimensional beings with the ability to access higher dimensions that transcend every plane of existence, ultimately returning to the home of Source, the place from which every one of us originates. We are individual expressions of the Source, experiencing itself through its own creation. This is the purpose of the soul. The soul is the vessel that carries consciousness. Without the soul, the Source could not experience itself through countless unique perspectives of reality. Your mind, on the other hand, is simply a tool that allows consciousness to experience this physical plane of existence. What you call matter is nothing more than your mind's interpretation of energy. Without the mind interpreting it, everything is simply empty space. The moment you truly understand this about reality, you begin to understand the true nature of your thoughts. You are not the mind. You are merely the observer of its activities. Your identification with the mind is the root cause of all suffering, sickness, disease, and the countless problems humanity experiences. Think of the mind as an entity operating on its own. This is the human construct, a collection of programs installed into this simulation. As long as your consciousness remains trapped within this simulation, you remain under its influence whether you realize it or not. The mind is the reality through which this physical world is projected. Everything you experience every single day is filtered through the mind, and every negative condition humanity faces is ultimately a projection of our collective mind. Those negative thoughts you constantly struggle against because they make you feel uncomfortable are not truly yours. They arise from the collective consciousness. We are all connected through an invisible field that cannot be seen with the physical eyes, and this is what science refers to as the quantum field. Within the quantum field, there is no separation. This means that our actions influence everyone on a much larger scale, regardless of how far apart we appear to be. Distance becomes meaningless because time and space are simply illusions created by the mind. Within the quantum field, there is no yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Everything exists simultaneously. There is only the eternal present moment. Think of the quantum field like television channels. Thousands of channels exist at the same time, but you can only experience the one you are currently tuned into. Reality functions in the same way. Everything responds to frequency. The mind was designed as a creative instrument, a tool that allows you to direct and manipulate energy. But when you are not consciously using it for that purpose, it begins operating automatically through programs embedded deep within the subconscious by beings who want humanity to remain unconscious, asleep, and enslaved to a reality they have created. The moment you begin waking up from this unconscious state, you realize there is another voice constantly speaking within your mind. This is where the real battle begins after a spiritual awakening. You enter a constant process of learning to distinguish your consciousness from the endless distractions created by the mind. Many people believe the solution is to meditate more or to continuously shift your attention elsewhere in order to win this battle. But this is exactly where the mind wants you to remain, because you are still treating it as something real instead of recognizing it as an illusion. The moment you believe it is real, you give it the power to influence your state of being. You are not sick because of external circumstances. You are sick because you continually generate negative emotional states through resistance, struggle, and identification with your thoughts. The moment you resist a thought, the mind immediately labels it as something bad or negative. Your body then responds to that interpretation by producing painful emotional experiences. This is what many spiritual teachings refer to as the pain body. Your body records these emotional experiences as trauma, causing you to relive them over and over again whenever certain situations trigger memories connected to those original events. The only way to break free from this prison created by the mind is to completely disidentify from it. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. Once you stop resisting them, those constant mental patterns begin to lose their strength because you are no longer feeding them with your attention or your energy. The solution, therefore, is not to meditate more or to constantly distract yourself by shifting your attention elsewhere. The solution is to allow the thoughts to flow through you without resistance. Thoughts are energy, and as human beings, we have the ability to pick up the energetic information present within our environment. You are not necessarily generating every thought that enters your mind. You are simply tuning in to your natural psychic abilities and becoming aware of energetic frequencies that already exist. If this message resonates with you, it may be a sign that you are beginning to awaken. This channel was created for people who are walking this same path of spiritual awakening, consciousness, manifestation, enlightenment, esoteric knowledge, and personal transformation. So if you want to continue exploring these ideas, don't forget to subscribe and become part of this growing community. Leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments below, because every interaction helps this message reach more people who may be ready to hear it. Thank you for watching.